The stars whispered secrets of ancient civilizations, of empires that had risen and fallen long before the first human gazed up at the night sky. Scattered across the vast reaches of the galaxy, 1,000 species thrived, each with their own legends, wars, and triumphs. But among all their histories, one legend endured with haunting persistence: the tale of humanity. Humans, according to scattered myths and fragmented records, were a race defined by contradiction, intensely creative yet catastrophically destructive. They expanded rapidly, conquered ruthlessly, and wielded ambition as both a gift and a curse. Their rise had once terrified the elder species so profoundly that the galactic concord had purged nearly every trace of their existence. Officially, humanity had destroyed itself in a final apocalyptic war. Others whispered that they had escaped beyond the stars, exiled into forgotten space. Still, their legend remained, a spectral warning of what came from unchecked power and relentless will. For centuries, such stories faded into obscurity. The galaxy moved on. The dominant powers considered the tales of humans mere fables, bedtime horrors used to frighten disobedient offspring. The dominion of Raal, the greatest empire of the modern age, was chief among those who dismissed the myth entirely. Their dominion spanned hundreds of star systems, their technology unmatched, their fleets supreme. When their long-range sensors picked up an unknown fleet entering the edges of their territory, the event was considered routine: a lost explorer, a rogue trader, perhaps a pirate band. They dispatched the dreadnought Vrakash, a warship designed to level entire colonies, with a crew seasoned in battle. What they found on arrival surprised them: crude vessels of brutal, outdated design, scarred metal hulls, patchwork repairs, markings in a language not seen in millennia. The Vral officers laughed. These were not enemies. These were relics. They opened a channel, broadcasting in a dozen galactic tongues. The response came in a forgotten dialect, a language so deeply buried it took minutes to recognize. But when it was finally translated, a chill passed through the crew. "We are humanity. Surrender or be destroyed." The admiral of the Vrakash scoffed. Myth had become mockery. But as his scanners analyzed the enemy fleet, unease crept in. The human ships, while old, moved with uncanny precision. Their formation was flawless, their weapons charged with deadly coordination. Still, confident in their superiority, he gave the order to engage. That order would be his last. The human vessels moved like shadows, dodging plasma fire, weaving through defensive screens, striking with surgical brutality. Outdated kinetic weaponry tore through Vral shields. Railguns ripped holes in advanced armor. Within minutes, the first Vral cruiser exploded. The Vrakash attempted to retreat, but the battle ended in less than an hour. The humans did not lose a single ship. Word spread with terrifying speed. The myths were real. Humanity had returned, and they were not seeking diplomacy. They sought vengeance. The dominion of Raal responded with force. More fleets were dispatched, then entire armadas. It did not matter. The humans fought with a ferocity unmatched, a cunning born of countless battles and wars. They did not follow conventional tactics. They struck supply lines, shipyards, communication relays. They dismantled the Dominion's infrastructure with chilling efficiency. They didn't want treaties. They wanted justice. For atrocities long buried, for crimes erased from memory. At the Dominion's core, Supreme Chancellor Vakos watched the destruction unfold. He convened his war council. Holograms showed planet after planet lost, ship after ship destroyed. His most trusted admiral, Toranek, could hardly comprehend it. "Their technology is ancient," Toranek growled. "How are they winning?" The intelligence officer, Savalin, barely looked up. "Because they remember how to fight. Because they never stopped preparing. Because we made them into this." The room fell silent. More reports poured in. Entire colonies vanished overnight. The planet Chorus 9, a vital industrial hub, was taken. Human soldiers, wearing exosuits and wielding archaic yet devastating weapons, fought with lethal coordination. Survivors told of shadows moving through cities, of no mercy given, no prisoners taken. The human flag was raised amid the ruins. Panic spread. The Dominion's enemies emboldened. Rebellions ignited. The Dominion's fleets, built on assumptions of superiority, crumbled. For the first time in recorded history, the Varal faced fear. In desperation, Vakos called the High Council. Proposals flew like sparks. Use superweapons. Negotiate. Flee! None offered hope. What do they want? Someone asked. Savalin, her voice nearly a whisper, answered, vengeance. The ground war proved worse. Humans fought like no enemy before. Dominion troops, reliant on automated warfare and drones, were overwhelmed. Human infantry fought in the rubble, in the mud, using guerrilla tactics. A single squad could destroy an entire garrison. The Terran shock troopers became legends, ghosts who slaughtered with precision and disappeared. Their weapons bypassed Vra'al armor. Their resolve never broke. The humans weren't just soldiers, they were avengers. Then came the revelation. Digging through ancient records, Chancellor Vakos discovered the truth. Humanity had not vanished by accident. They had been exterminated. The Communion asked encountered the rising Terran race. Seeing a threat they could not control, they launched a campaign of extermination. Human colonies were burned. Entire planets were reduced to ashes. Survivors were hunted to the edge of the galaxy. Records were purged. The name human was wiped from archives, but some had survived. And now they had returned. Vakos felt was not guilt, it was dread. Because this war was not one of conquest, it was a reckoning. The sins of the past had come home, riding ships of vengeance. Then came the final blow. An alarm sounded in the war chamber. Admiral Toranek appeared on screen, pale and shaken. "They're here," he said. "Where?" Vakos asked. "Vral Prime." It was impossible. The core world, the Dominion's capital, its beating heart. But the tactical displays confirmed it. Human ships in high orbit, dropping troops, turning defense systems inward. The humans had bypassed all defenses. The capital fell in a single night. Chancellor Vakos prepared the final command, planetary annihilation. Better to destroy Vral Prime than see it taken. But before the order could be issued, the doors burst open. A human stood there, flanked by soldiers. His eyes held no hatred, only judgment. "What do you want?" Vakos whispered. "Justice," the human replied. By morning, the Dominion was gone. The High Command was executed. There were no negotiations, no mercy. The war ended not with surrender but with silence. Across the galaxy, Dominion worlds received a single broadcast. A human officer, blood-stained and battle-worn, spoke. "The Dominion is no more. Your leaders are dead. Your fleets destroyed. For centuries you ruled through fear. You tried to erase us, and yet here we stand. Humanity does not forget. Humanity does not forgive. But we do understand justice." The screen faded, and over the ruins of Vral Prime the human flag flew. A new age had begun, one not of conquest, but of memory, of reckoning, of justice long delayed now delivered in full.